Yes, guys, I know we're going to be muted just for a little bit longer while we do fine tune on the setup, but we will be back shortly. I'm just going to keep the music playing in the meantime.
Raymond, right?
That's Christopher.
Christopher. Okay. Why did I do Raymond then? I've got no idea.
Sorry, guys. You guys got the mic live. I'm giving you the mic to start running, have a chat through about the SSI and about the map. I'm going to jump back into the group of the players and just get things moving, and then I'll come back and join you guys. But
your name again, or how would you wish to be referred to as?
Sorry, what's that?
Name again?
I'm Mark, and that's
Mark.
Nobby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm jumping back in the other room.
Okay, thanks, Nobby. So, Christopher, apparently we're live now.
Okay.
I don't think I've had a chance to cast alongside you before, so lovely to speak alongside you, I suppose.
It's good to see you too.
Yep.
This is actually my first time casting, so this should be a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. This is not actually a normal game that we'll be casting, though, is it? This is Aces High.
Indeed.
Yeah.
This is Aces High. We have currently a total of 6 players currently up. Why don't you go take the guys on the left, and I can take the guys on the right.
Sure thing. So, but maybe before we talk about the lists, do we want to talk a little bit about the format itself? Because I think a lot of people won't be particularly familiar with this format.
That's a good point. Why don't you go ahead and handle the rules? I'm fairly new at Aces High myself, so.
Well, this is I thought about playing it once and I didn't, so this is actually my first game too. But it is a very interesting format, and it's good if you need to get a large number of people all playing at the same time, and you've only got one play map. So every player here has exactly one ship with a cap of 50 points. And they're all going to spawn in to this map. This is where there's certain rules for setup, so they need to be within 1 from each edge and at least range 2 from any other player. They've rolled die and looked at bids in order to figure out who's the first player, who's going to move first, who's going to move second, and all that. And we'll go through. You can see the numbers.
We've added some number tokens to the mats, so you should be able to track at home who is who and who's moving when.
Yep, I hope you can see some of them at least.
I think you can see all of them.
Yep. Then what's going to happen is, as you play this game, you can earn points, and the goal of the game is to reach 6 points. Those of you at home, you can follow along by looking at the initiative score of each of the ships shown on the overlay, and Nobby is going to be using the initiative score to track how many points are on each player has earned. Now, there are 2 ways to earn points. The first way to earn a point is to draw first blood. So if you shoot a ship, you will be able to earn 1 point if it takes damage for the first time. The second way to be able to earn points is to confirm a kill. And that is the one where you destroy a ship. So if you kill a ship, you score 2 points plus all of the bounty on the defending ship. Now, after that, your ship then gains 1 bounty. So the rules, the scoring can get a little bit confusing because there's actually 2 scores going on simultaneously. There's a player score, how many points you have earned as a player. There's also a bounty score, which is how many points your ship has on it and how many points it's worth. The aim of the game, I believe, is to reach a combined player plus ship score of 6 points.
That's correct.
Now, there's a few ways you can lose points as well. Obviously, if you die, if your ship is blown up, you lose all of your bounty on that ship. And if you flee the battle, you'll also lose all of the bounty on that ship, and that will cost you player points as well as bounty points. So it's, again, to discourage anyone from denying kills in this format.
I'll also add another thing is, in the event of any regen, you cannot regen up to full health and then lose your first blood again. So once you've scored a first blood on a ship, it cannot be rescored first blood again. I
hope we don't have too many regen options this game, though.
I'm looking at the mat, and I don't see any on the board.
Yeah. So, Christopher, why don't you walk us through what happens if one of the ships blows up? What happens? Does the player just sit out from then on?
Oh, goodness, no. We get to come back in. This is unlimited respawn, and you have the ability to use one of these hyperspace markers. You can see them numbered 1 through 4 on the board, and what you would do is you would roll an attack die. I don't think Dob is able to control the camera right now, but each hyperspace marker has a focus result, a hit result, and a blank result. On the event of rolling a crit, you can choose any 3. On the event of any other space you roll, you choose any one of the 4 open spaces available to that result. So if you would roll blank, you could choose hopefully number 1 or 3, which is much more easier to maneuver out of. If you were somehow forced to place a number 2, I hope you have a good hard one hard that's white.
So ships can keep coming back as often, players can keep on playing, and that's one of the joys of this game. Everyone has a chance to carry on playing.
And also able to catch up too.
Yes.
So even if you lose out the first few rounds, you're still able to come back at the end. So
yep. Now, a lot of our players also have 2 lists. So if you're playing the game and you find that you've got a particularly vulnerable list and you're not doing very well, players are actually allowed to switch to their second list. So as you may see, I don't know if you guys on stream can see number 3.
Yellow.
Just on the bottom yellow. Yes, bottom left, I believe. Is it? No, that's 5.
No,
Top right.
we're actually oriented from red. It's the bottom, so we're actually looking at top right.
Yep, top right. And you can see there's actually another ship there just waiting in reserve. So we actually have a quad jumper ready to come in the minute that the TIE Reaper, blows up.
Now, speaking of the quad jumper, I will add that there is proxy mines on that quad jumper. Now, you may be thinking a cheeky play to do would be to drop a proxy mine on one of those hyperspace markers, and the next time somebody respawns on that hyperspace marker, it goes kaboom, and they get first blood for free. That is not quite the case. Would you like to explain why?
Yeah, we've got a qualified immunity to bombs placed in front of these hyperspace markers. So if you do get a bit cheeky and you do just want to whack one in front of the hyperspace marker and hope for an easy first blood, it's going to activate, it'll blow up, but our players have immunity on the turn that they respawn from bombs. So that is to just avoid that type of negative play, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, just to interrupt there. Yeah, they're almost ready to go. They're getting all the dials set. That is correct. Yeah, we had a couple of side rules there to keep the game fun, because nothing nastier than having to spawn onto a proxy mine and giving up points. So, and also if that ship dies, it comes with a whole bunch of things. So we try to keep the toxic stuff out of that. And we're almost ready to go. I just wanted to check everything was okay. Your end.
We seem to be fine.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to jump back into the players and herd them into starting the game.
Okay, thanks, Nobby. And Ruben, WTF Ben in the chat is already lodging a complaint that the toxic stuff is the fun stuff and that we want more toxicity in this game. Well, WTF Ben, if you want toxicity, go and play Overwatch.
And in 1.0. I mean, they're still available up there. You can find your cards.
Yeah, that's true. That game was brilliant for having only 2 or 3 lists that were ever playable.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like time has started. Now, there's one apology we do have to make for this game. We don't have dice cam available, and that's because we already have 6 players, a camera, 2 commentators, and Nobby in the game server. So that's our 10 players, and we're not able to have the dice cam as well. So we will do our best to call out the results of the dice cam of the dice. But we can't show them to you, so you're just going to have to trust us. I'm sorry.
It looks like we have a start off with Vermeil doing a 4 bank. I'm not sure why he's moving first. Oh, that's right, because he's first. Because he's number 1. Is Finn number 1?
Finn is number 1. Finn's already moved. Finn is red in the bottom.
Okay, I've completely missed that.
Yep, and then did number 2 move? Number 2, I think, has higher initiative.
He has stopped. He has stopped.
Stopped. Oh, okay, it's not a bad move.
It gives you plenty of chance to position and see what the board's going to do and kind of in from behind, especially with that nice big Cutlass Squadron pilot who currently has passive sensors, advanced proton torpedoes, homing missiles, and concussion bombs.
Yeah, that can hurt. The homing missiles is a particularly cunning choice in this particular format.
Mm-hmm.
Homing missiles, of course, says either you suffer from a 4 attack die shot or you take 1 damage. And if that happens to be the first damage, that could actually be very, very worthwhile.
And with passive sensors, he has pick of the field when he activates to choose which ship is not damaged to get that damage picked off.
Yep, it's a very smart build. What's happening with some of the other ships? So I think we're number 4 has moved. Number 3.
He is currently. Let's see here. That's yellow. He's Vermeil. He's did the ailerons forward and then a 1 bank. So, we're currently on number 5, the X-wing, which is doing a 2 forward. He is closing his S foils.
He may.
Ooh, he's in a good position for being popped by Finn.
Yeah, could see damage. Finn. Now, you may think, why would you bring Finn to an Aces High game?
Nope. That's going to fail that boost.
Yeah. Why on earth would you bring Finn to an Aces High game? And the reason is this particular build of Finn is well and truly kitted out. It has Stealth Device on it to give it 3 defense dice. He has Perceptive Copilot to boost his tokens. He has Pattern Analyzer, which means even if he does a red maneuver, he can still take actions before before the check difficulty step. And he has Heroic, which means that if he rolls only blank results, he gets to re-roll. So
And I
quite a
believe
nice build.
with all those cards on there, he still has the biggest bid on the field.
He does, yes. And then you've also got Finn's native ability, which is while you defend or perform an attack, you may add a blank result, or you may gain 1 stress token to add a focus result instead. So a very defensive build. He's trying not to get shot by the look of it. It'll be a bit tough to do damage, but then you've got heroic and perceptive co-pilot as well. So he'll have the attack mods too. It's an interesting build.
Even with that 2-dice gun, do not underestimate that Finn to do damage. So I definitely think he will get either first blood or last hits on there, especially moving first or last.
Now, some of our keen viewers may have noticed in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, there is a TIE interceptor. And you may think, hold on, do you actually have points for Sunterfell? I'm afraid that isn't Sunterfell. That is Turfanier, Sunterfell's wingman in the comics. And he is seeing play in one of the first times. I don't think I've seen Turfanier played in 2.0, to be honest.
To be fair, when initiative doesn't matter, I guess I6's big brother doesn't really necessarily shine you out.
This is true. So how's combat going to work? Are they just going to shoot in the order they moved, or do they go by initiative now? Or
they go by the same order that they move. So they start with, again, the lowest to highest and highest to lowest, I believe. So,
so
we're currently looking at number 4, yellow here.
Okay.
And he's currently rolling his dice, and he gets a hit crit on the attack, going into that Cutlass Squadron pilot. And with Vermeil, since he has no green token, he converts 1 blank to a hit. Cutlass Squadron rolls a single evade, takes 2 on the shields.
And that will be first blood. So that means that we also get a point. So the first points of the game awarded to... Who's the player? Is that...
That is 4. That would be Mr. Scone or... I'm afraid I'm not sure of his real life name.
4. Is that 3? Is Sean?
Yes,
it might be Sean, actually.
It's
Yeah,
Luke.
sure.
It's Luke.
No, Luke.
Luke.
Okay.
Yes, Luke. I had to switch back to Twitch.
Very, very good.
All right, looks like we have another shot coming in. 3 hits, and again another first blood from Turfanier.
Onto the TIE Reaper, was it?
Onto the Reaper, yes.
Okay, and that, of course, gives Turf... I mean, I don't blame you if you're not familiar with Turfanier's pilot ability. He hasn't been played a lot in 2.0, but now that he has shot, he is able to do a boost action.
And then because he's into a barrel roll.
Yes, because he's done an action, he can apply his auto thrusters that's native on all interceptors and link that into a red barrel roll. So quite a lot of repositioning, and actually in a very good position now for next turn.
And he says Turfanier is looking to get that first blood on Finn. I don't know how optimistic he should be on that, but we'll see.
He might be hoping that Finn doesn't get first blood on the red squadron.
Unfortunately, it looks like Illy has no shot onto Finn or anybody. Finn now going. Get a nice range 2 shot onto Illy.
So at range 2, it'll only be 2 attack dice, so it's 2 on 2. But as we all know, that will favor the attacker, and especially if you're rolling well. He has focus tokens to burn.
He is choosing to add a focus.
To take a stress and add a focus, yep. So that's Finn's native ability. So he will get first blood. That is guaranteed here.
And also, since he's moving first, he will clear that strain token most likely and not have to worry about getting shot with it. Yep. Oh, it looks like we got a single evade on there, and there's another first blood onto the Red Squadron veteran. I'm sorry, Red Squadron veteran is Brown, is Sean, right?
I think so, yes. I think the numbers have changed as well. So Sean is 3, and it looks like Luke is 4?
Yeah. Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Everyone else deployed in front of their own mats, and I got confused.
Yes. So the bomber has a shot at range 3. No mods because he just did a stop, and that is blocked by the TIE Reaper. Now, there's no reward there either. The TIE Reaper's already taken damage, so no points even if he did get through. So no great loss there.
Yeah, it looks like we're back to Dawes after the first round. Let's go recap on the points.
Yep, so it looks like Illy has 1 point. That was the shot Turfanier took onto the TIE Reaper. Luke has 1 point. That was the shot from the Reaper onto the Punisher. And we also have Corey flying Finn with 1 point, drawing first blood against Sean's X-Wing.
Yeah, just quickly, guys, just in case there's the points are now being scored on the initiative of each ship. So that is going to represent the scoreboard. As you, I don't know if you mentioned, but we got 3 first blood in that first round of engagement. The initiative of the ship still matters. So there was just a little bit of an order playing through where we had the bids, but we worked out the order of everyone moving and shooting. But it is still based off initiative.
Okay.
I just saw a question in the chat and I thought I'd clarify. So initiative still matters. It's just that in the overlay, we're using the initiative to track the points, but it still matters.
Interesting. That's good.
Right.
And also, I noticed WTF Ben in the chat says initiative doesn't matter, so I see that.
No, it does. It actually does. It's just not reflected on the overlay for scoring purposes. All right.
Fish Cake World. Thank you, Nobby. Fish Cake World, I see your question. Wonder if we'll see betrayals. Unfortunately, we can't bring you the commentary from inside the room. There are 6 players, and it would be a little bit difficult to follow who is saying what. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure there's all sorts of alliances, and the sun and the moon is probably being promised here. But I'd be very surprised if there are many alliances that are likely to be kept here.
We had a Fen do a 1 straight double focus. The Cutlass Squadron has also done a 2 straight and is now contemplating his action.
I think he's passive censored.
Yes.
Yep, activated his passive sensors.
Right. Who's next? That'd be the Red Squadron veteran.
Yep, it sounds like that is the case if we're going by PS.
Too hard?
Now, that stress token belongs to Finn? No,
that is stress to he tried to do a failed boost and has stressed himself.
Mm-hmm. And then he's done a hard too, so that stress is going to stay with him. Yep. Mm-hmm. That is a bit unfortunate.
Currently, yep. So, everyone else is reminding him currently of the stress token.
Yep. Oh, how does he clear that?
Oh, R4, Astromech.
Ah, that's clever.
His S4s are currently open.
Opened them just this turn. Yep. Okay. And that is Sean, I believe. He's got marksmanship, R4 Astromech, the S-foils, and a shield upgrade. So quite a tanky ship, undoubtedly, but he needs to find something to shoot. And at the moment, he's facing the wrong way.
Yeah. Unless he's trying to hope the Sarisu comes in fast.
Sarisu is an interesting choice. And I wanted to ask you about this. What do you reckon is the optimal strategy for this game? Because you see 2 types of builds here. You see some builds that are, that is a beautiful maneuver. That is okay. So what we saw there from Luke was he used his ailerons to boost 1 forward, and then he slooped behind the TIE Reaper. The TIE.
Back to your question here about in phase for this round, but currently we have Turfeneer moving, and he's doing a 2 bank, clearing his stress, and he's currently taking the focus action. Will he link that to a boost to try to get in range 2 of the X-Wing? I don't think so. No, he's going to sit tight. Moving on to Sarisu, doing a 3 bank, also coming in. Looks like about range 2 to the Red Squadron veteran. May not quite have bullseye from that marksmanship auto blaster, though. So what would you do here? Probably just evade and just kind of sit tight and hope not lose lose first blood on you?
Yeah, I'd say so. Sarisu's a very naturally defensive ship. You have your rerolls as well. So I'd like my chances. I'd almost take a focus rather than evade at this distance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looks like that's what he's choosing to do.
Yeah. The turning point between do you take focus, do you take evade is somewhere around 3 defense dice. At 3 defense dice, you can it's often better to take a focus than an evade, and 4 it's almost always better.
So it looks like at initiative 5, our Sarisu is currently going to be shooting first. Yep, everyone's trying to argue who's going first, I believe, with all the pings.
So the initiative 5 ships, we have only Sarisu, I believe. Are there any other initiative 5s?
Currently, no. We have a lot of initiative 2s, but a lot of initiative 4, but everybody else is lower than initiative 5.
So Sarisu should be the first one to fire. Oh, but we're going with
Vermeil?
not quite
Vermeil
sure what's
is initiative 4.
Yeah. Okay, I'm a little bit confused there.
We'll see.
Yep. Anyway,
looks like he's taking that range 1 shot onto the squadron pilot, who has no green token, so currently going to convert 1 with Vermeil's ability. Rolling a single evade die. It's the squiggle. Takes 2. Loot shield and card. Down to, I believe, 5 hull.
which is still a lot.
Yes.
So he isn't even half pointed yet. If we were playing a full game, the ship is quite tanky, to say the least.
Mm-hmm. You know, as unconventional as it may seem for having a low initiative ship and also fairly kitted out, I think I like this Finn build currently here that is currently being flown. I think that is probably my choice. With a stealth device, you don't have to worry about the strain token where you might actually take a shot where you only have 1 green die and risk losing your stealth device and your first blood.
Yeah. Yep.
I think he's going to stick around for quite a while.
I mean, the other thing is, if he takes the strain as well, it'll be taken at a very low PS. So
exactly,
all these high PS ships don't have that opportunity to shoot at him.
That is if he chooses to use it on attack. Now, if Finn were to get a little careless here and wander into the middle of the field, he will probably be taking multiple shots from people. And as he fires last, well...
Yeah. So it looks like Turfanier was shooting at the Red Squadron veteran there.
And that indeed, yes.
I'm guessing that's what's happened. And now he's going to, of course, link those into some actions to just get himself into a slightly better field position.
I would probably do a barrel into a boost left, hip left.
Those rocks are always bigger than they look.
That's what I'm thinking. Barrel roll right into a boost left. Yep.
Yeah, that's probably a bit nicer. I'm not sure. Yeah, he hasn't gone for the boost. Yeah. So, okay, we've got a few more. So we've gone into Hull now on the X-Wing.
We're currently down to 3 hull on that X-Wing. He looks like he might be our first ship to respawn.
Yep. And he has another list ready as well. We saw his other list that was the TIE Advanced, if I'm not mistaken. So he may be very tempted, given that the X-Wing, with its low agility and low PS, has not done so well. He may be very tempted to switch over to a different ship here.
Very likely. You said what would probably be a good strategy for who to choose and what to take, and I don't agree with this idea for just a Red Squadron veteran with marksmanship and a shield upgrade with the R4. I probably would have tried to fit in something like one of the T-70s, maybe like a Lieutenant Bastion, maybe. Or no, that's only if a friendly ship deals damage.
Yeah. The better ships, unfortunately, are very expensive, and you've only got 50 points. You're starting with 41 for your base T-65. Oh, and he's only got 1 hit on attack there.
That's not going to do against the Sarisu. He rolls an evade naturally and has his rerolls in the focus.
Yeah. In terms of list building, though, do you think you would rather take a low PS, low agility ship? Like we see here, we've got a TIE Punisher on the board, which we thought was quite an interesting build. We also have a Red Squadron veteran, which is sort of mid PS but low for this particular setup. Then would you rather take that, or would you rather take something
between the two? I think I'd actually take Vermeil. I think Vermeil is a better choice in the two, especially with how Luke's been flying him.
He's got the benefit of moving second relative to his primary target. You'll have a little bit of trouble this turn, I feel, trying to get out from behind the Reaper, the Punisher. And the Punisher has, of course, the option of just, I don't want to move, I'm going to stay here, thank you very much.
Yes. Which actually probably isn't a bad idea. Vermeil bumps into him, and then they reset for next turn. However, the problem with the Cutlass is facing is he only has the turnabout for a 4K, I believe. And that's going to play him right on that rock with that medium base.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to turn. I'm not sure he wants to continue engaging Vermeil here. He may just want to let Vermeil overtake him naturally, or bump him. So neither option is bad. He can start making his way towards the center of the board and see what other targets he can find. I know he's got the lock on Vermeil at the moment, but it's going to be hard to catch.
You think we're going
Whereas,
to see a concussion bomb dropped from Vermeil? Or not Vermeil, from the Cutlass?
it's about time, isn't it? Maybe not this turn, but if not this turn, it should be next.
I think he drops it this turn because that's 3-turn counter, and I don't think he's going to be alive that long.
No, that's true. Actually, you can drop it this turn, move, and then if Vermeil bumps, he's in trouble because he's going to take damage from the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't bump, he's in trouble because he's going to be in front of you and you've got lock. So I guess, go for it. Why not?
Let's open a can of Pringles.
But in terms of list building, what do you think? Like, do you go for a low agility tanky list? Like, don't worry about giving up the first blood, but I'll try not to be killed off so easily. Yeah. Or do you go for something dodgy, like a Sarisu build, a bit more defensive, but also slightly lower down on the attack score here?
I think I would go with something that is consistent with damage output and reasonably maneuverable. So I think something maneuverable enough to kind of arc dodge, so something with double reposition. I like this Turfanier here. He's consistent in his damage. He's disengaging. Actually, I think Turfanier is probably the smart choice here on this board. And as we've seen, he already has a bid or bounty and has yet to take damage. Now, the downside with the Turfanier is he only has 3 hull. So if he dies, he loses those points fairly easily. Yeah,
it's the trade-off that you make. So we see a stop maneuver here from the Cutlass. So he is trying to stop and let the TIE Reaper overtake him. And he has got the lock if he needs it, so he can spend those homing missiles, which is guaranteed damage.
Vermeil is stressed, so there will be no advanced aileron, so it's just hopefully going to be a blue one straight and bump. Red Squad veteran trying to get out of dodge. Trigger snapshot off of Vermeil, or not off of Turfanier.
Now, is snapshot just range 2, or does it require?
It is range 2, just exactly range 2. No modifications, no adding. And it looks like we got 2 hits. Ooh. That's not good. And with only 3 hull left, hopefully he manages to dodge it. Struggling to get a dice out. Everybody's ping is rather high at the moment.
We've got people joining from all over the world. Nobby, of course, is in Australia, and I know we've got some players from Singapore and all around the place. So, yeah, the ping's going to be
Turfanier's ability, but he is currently stressed.
Mm-hmm. He can actually do that even while stressed, I believe.
That is true. Yep. Man, I never take this card, so I have no idea.
he is new and improved in 2.0. Just no one plays him still. So Ter's flavor text is: after you perform an attack, you may perform a boost or barrel roll action even if you are stressed. For the viewers, if you couldn't see those dice, Ter rolled a natural 2 hits from Snapshot, and he was the Red Squadron veteran, rolled a single evade and a blink.
Red Squadron veteran doing a 2 forward, hoping to take a focus action, hoping to get a shot on at least the Cutlass or the Vermeil. It looks like he's going to get neither.
So again, we see that Vermeil has done, as you called, it looked like a 1 straight, and he's just banged into the Cutlass, so he remains where he is. Turfanier has also done a 2 straight, has just taken focus. I am a bit worried about him because he won't have barrel roll. He won't have barrel roll.
And he's going to get a shot, and he's going to get no action to choose to do a barrel roll. Yeah. Well, he's already barrel rolled this round, so he wouldn't have been able to do it anyway, but he's hoping to save that boost after shooting Sarisu. Looks like he's going to get neither. It looks like he might be hitting the rock.
His advantage,
one hard might fit.
Yeah, well, he'll have to. If he's not stressed, he can 1 hard next turn. But he is going to take fire from 2 ships here, and that is not where you want to be as an interceptor,
especially as it outmaneuvered auto blaster shot range 1.
Yes, because that could be guaranteed damage. And it looks like here Sarisu is going to take a range 1 shot into Turfanier. There are no mods because it was a K turn. Is he going into Turfanier?
Yeah,
yes, he is going.
Of course, it's available points. The Red Squadron veteran has already given up his first blood.
Yeah, but Red Squadron veteran's only 2 hit points away from dying.
Fair point, but with a focus in 2 dice, I take the odds of getting the single damage through.
Yeah,
especially if you roll a crit.
Yeah,
and Turfanier is fine.
Yeah, so this is where maybe, because Turfanier also had the focus there, maybe the Red Squadron veteran. Okay, you're only going to roll 1 hit, which is an average throw, then that's not going to be enough either way. but
Right.
you're more likely to put the damage through on the red squadron if they both have focus. And you're less likely to strip the focus, which would then help Finn put first damage through onto Turfanier as well.
That's a very fair point. And the red squadron still has no shots yet this round.
So the low PS ships, apart from Finn, the low PS ships are struggling a bit here. The Cutlass Squadron has not fired yet, and Red Squadron Veteran also has not fired yet. So only Finn, as a low PS ship, has managed to get some damage in. Finn is taking the range 2 shot on Turfanier.
Probably hoping that Cersei managed to strip his focus at least, but he's still going to have that focus for defense. Rolling dice, and why 3 dice? It should be range 2, right? Oh, he's corrected it.
I think he meant to add the focus later, so he's
3 focus results converting.
Yep, and that is a fantastic throw. So 3 focus with Finn's ability, and Turfanier takes
2
blank,
if he doesn't spend his focus. Yeah.
Yep. If he wanted to respawn, that was the time to do it.
Funny question. He only has 1 bounty point. Would that be worth respawning right now? Just to kind of get out of a bad position and set up for later.
It's possible, but you don't know where you're going to spawn if you do respawn. So you've got some control in terms of the general area. But 2 looks really good right now, and unless you're rolling a focus,
just die.
Yeah, he is.
That's 2 points for bounty points for Finn, or a bounty point, and then also a point for first blood. And should only have 2 because he's already grabbed 1. Wait, what? Come on, people, keep your own board states. Don't worry about helping others.
A bit surprising though, because I thought, okay, he made a bad maneuver there. I don't think he should have barrel rolled. He got a bit excited, like I've got Turfanier's ability, I want to use it, and he barrel rolled when he didn't need to.
And looks like we're seeing the Tomek's Brain, another ship that you rarely see coming on for Ilyn.
Yeah, that will respawn. So the way that respawns will work, he will throw a dice and he will get a result, either a blank, focus, hit, or crit. If he gets a blank, focus, or a hit, he has to respawn at his choice, 1, 2, 3, or 4, and use the corresponding symbol. It's a bit small for the viewers, I understand, but if you look closely at the hyperspace points, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, you can see that they have the symbols blank, focus, and hit. If he rolls a crit, he gets to go wherever he likes. So that is, of course, the gold standard there.
So you asked me what my thoughts of list building was. I don't believe you ever. I asked you what your thoughts on list building was for this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that I'm actually a bit surprised that the Cutlass Squadron isn't doing so well at the moment, and I thought that the passive sensors would be quite a powerful tool to balance out your low PS and high PS ships. The advantage, of course, being once you got to the mid game, if you still had a lot of hit points, a lot of beef, you're going to take first damage anyway. But you aren't a very attractive target because you can spend 2 or 3 turns, and this is what's happened to Luke. He spent 3 turns engaging the Cutlass. He's not even halfway through, so it's a very.
And he's only got the 1 point for first blood.
Exactly. So it's a poor return on investment. Whereas you see Finn down there is already sitting on 3 points. 1 from the first blood, 1 from the kill, and 1 from the bounty. So I personally thought that loading up a heavy ship with low agility and taking some either the torpedoes or mines or missiles, that would be a good strategy. But I've been very surprised to see the effectiveness of Finn. This is not something I considered, and I've been quite surprised to see Sarisu also being fairly effective.
All right, so he's rolled a focus result, so he needs to place that ship somewhere now. He looks like he's eyeing up number 3. I don't know if that would actually fit. We will see.
Yeah, I mean, number 1 is also not a bad choice, actually. And number
2, just right behind Finn, just line up behind him and just catch him, because he can't turn around with that strain. Oops. Oh.
That's what he's gone for. No, he flipped upside down there.
He must activate the hyperspace node, which he has, and place it down closely. There we go. Oh, what's going on? Note to self: add text box of when the hyperspace nodes get activated. All right.
Okay, I think he's almost got it there. It's a bit wobbly, but
Now it should snap into place once he gets it in position, but it looks like we're just going to manually place it.
yeah, no, he's got it now.
Or Nobby's coming in to help.
Yeah. I can see on the stream that Nobby's working around a bit, so yeah.
He's doing a great job making sure this everything flows smoothly.
Yes,
I believe this is the first time anybody's ever streamed Aces High, at least on Tabletop Simulator.
So how many points now will Luke take? He still has the first blood point. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So he'll still
he
be
just
on...
lost any bounty points he would have had, which he did not get. So
he'll be on 1 point now, I believe.
He should still be on 1 point, yes.
Yeah, I know the overlay at the moment shows him 5. That is just because he's spawned Tomax Bren, and Tomax Bren has a PS of 5. So we're using the PS to indicate the score at the moment. Please hold with us. I'm sure Nobby will fix that in a moment. So the next ship that's looking a little bit vulnerable here is the Red Squadron Veteran. I'm not sure that will be long for this world.
Yeah, I believe the 2 bank or the 2 turn on Sarasu after the Red Squadron moves first is going to be sealing the deal.
Can Sarasu blue hard too?
Doesn't he have it too hard this blue?
I don't fly M3A interceptors very
Neither
much.
do I. I fly just about everything but Scum. So.
It does not. No, it's got 1 banks. So I think he'll be doing a one bank, but that then turns his back to this fin, which is a little bit dangerous. And that fin is looking like quite the murderous, the murderous ship at the moment. It's a bit of a surprise, but it is doing a lot of heavy work.
Looks like everybody's dials are set except for
There we go. There's the cluster munitions that you were talking about.
Yep.
So this could be a cheeky way to get 1 damage in. I do think, though, I take your point that had he used them last turn, he probably would have had a better chance of activating it because Vermeil couldn't use the ailerons and was basically almost guaranteed to bump. So I think maybe 1 turn too late. Maybe it should have been drop cluster bombs and then bank away in the previous turn.
Yep. Fan clearing the string. Double focus.
Yep. Now, he does have a fairly heavy Tomax Bren following behind him. Tomax has elusive, skilled bombardier, proximity mines, and concussion bombs. So a lot to drop stuff behind him. And he's got
that nimble bomber.
Yep.
Yeah, and if I may add, with that nimble bomber title, he's able to use the 1 banks as well for dropping.
Mm-hmm. And with skilled bombardier, if you would drop or launch a device, you may use a template of the same bearing with a speed 1 higher or lower. So he can actually use a 2 bank template to drop if he wants.
That's effectively being able to drop a bomb anywhere in a range 1 arc.
Mm-hmm. But the problem is he can only drop it in his range 1 rear arc. And Finn is going to be in front of him and he only has a 2 attack dice shot.
Times you wish you were a bombardment drone, I believe.
Pardon me?
Times you would wish you were a bombardment drone.
Oh, right. Sorry. I took
bombardment drone from the Separatists, yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone try and say the actual name before. Like, I was a bit like, a what?
Yeah.
They're always called like Bulbasaur or Beelzebubs or stuff.
No. That's the silver one with the curves on it. I'm thinking like the hyena bomber, right?
Right.
If you add that new config that's coming with the tri-fighter, it looks like Vermeil's going to get that chance for killing off the Red Squadron veteran before the Cutlass even gets the shot. But no, I think if you actually have the ability to like drop proxies in front of you, which I think this idea with the quad jumper too.
Yes.
With Zuvio.
It's a very fun ability actually because you can drop a proxy mine and then just reverse out of it.
Vermeil taking a focus. Cutlass is stressed for some reason. I believe he did no, he's stressed from his previous turn, and then he did a white maneuver.
He does still have lock on Vermeil from his a couple of turns ago.
No shot. We also will need to check the concussion bomb here as soon as Saracen moves. I don't believe there's any ready range.
Yeah, so he's again chosen not to engage with the red squadron. He figures not worth chasing that kill down, and is playing
And
very
here we
defensively.
go. With a nice barrel roll to get that bullseye marksmanship onto Finn.
Yep. He's got it. I would almost rather have the token though.
Almost with all those shots coming in. And here's the question: if you're Tomix, do you take the range 1 shot at Finn with your primary weapon, or do you try to get the? I guess that's not his lock. Yeah, I guess you just take the range 1 primary shot onto Finn.
Yeah,
but you could probably do a better shot carrying Cersei with no mods.
Maybe, but Sarisu has defensive mods that she can re-roll her own dice.
Reroll, yes.
Yeah, so it's touch and go, but I'd probably do what he's doing here. And wow, that's a good roll. That's blank crit. So range 1, blank crit. Onto Finn.
Finn should be rolling 3.
Yeah, he chose not to activate stealth device, I suppose, and he didn't need it. So he rolled evade focus and spends 1 focus.
No, he's remembering the other guy. You take the stealth device to take it, and that doesn't even need to spend the focus.
Yep.
And that's why I was cautious about shooting Finn, even with range 1 with only 3 dice.
Yep.
Is just Finn just able to shrug off attacks so easily. I mean, if he were to roll 3 blanks, he adds a blank heroic. If he rolls anything more than a focus, or even just squiggles, I mean, he's just a tanky little ship.
He is.
He's kind of a big deal, you know.
Yep. So Sarisu now has an auto blaster's shot, but no mods. So only 2 hits.
Yep. First one to a crit, but without the outmaneuver ability, I don't think that's going to matter. So, and add a blank and heroic.
Yep. That is impressive, actually.
I know. 3 dice. Yeah, you just add a blank and heroic. And that's what they're doing.
That is disgusting.
It is
really disgusting.
And gets a single evade. Probably spends a focus. Yep.
Has to spend the focus to avoid losing the stealth device, but it is more than worth it. That was
indeed
a brutal combo.
And with the only other shot coming in, no other shots coming in, he now has that focus for his own attack against Sarisu.
So Sarisu probably not too probably regretting that he wasn't forced to at least spend the focus. Vermeil has flubbed his, not really flubbed. He does have that ability. So 4 attack dice, and he's rolled hit focus blank crit and converted that into hit crit. 2 natural evades from the red squadron. So 1 critical hit goes through.
And it's not quite enough unless it is a direct hit. And what's in the box? It is a direct hit, and that is a dead Red Squadron veteran, and another more points for Vermeil.
And that's a bit that I think if you're flying the Cutlass, you'd have felt a moment of hope there, where okay, it's all
I have a chance for points.
I've got a chance for points finally. I haven't been allowed to play this game for quite a bit of time, but now I can. And nope, he disappears off the board before you get the chance to do the other killing blow.
That Vermeil, though, that's just been a very consistent ship today. Here goes with Finn.
Vermeil hasn't had much in the way of attention, though, so he's sort of been locked in combat with the Cutlass.
That is true. He's basically had to do all of his attention on just the Cutlass trying to getting damage through the hull.
So this is Finn on Sarisu. He's rolled blank hit crit. Sarisu
add a focus and make that 3 results.
It does. He wants to take strain.
Oh, you definitely do, because you move first. You're not taking another shot. You'll clear the strain easy enough. And
he's
with the 3rd card, yeah.
Can you do it multiple times a turn?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can do that
Okay,
every
yeah.
opportunity.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty good.
It's disgusting. Yes.
Yep. So he's done exactly that. He's used his ability, added a strain, added a focused result. And that was well worth it. Sarisu's blanked out, gets one reroll,
And
rerolls it
with
to
no
a focus.
tokens.
So Sarisu will take hit, crit.
Another
And again,
point for
depending on the
Vithinator.
crit,
And the crit
stunned
is...
pilot.
Ooh, that's not good. I mean, it's not the worst. I mean, as long as you don't hit anything. Which, keep in mind, I don't believe the hyperspace markers count as objects on the board, so you don't have to worry about those.
That is correct. And we were just talking about a chance to play the game. Here we go. The Cutlass Squadron, range 3, threw a rock on Sarisu.
Come on, little guy, you can do it.
Yeah. So he's rolling. What is he rolling? He's rolling 4.
Dice. That's
Homing
the red.
Oh, he has passive. Did he have
passive sensors? Of course. I don't know where that stress is from, but maybe he cleared it.
Maybe.
Oh, Sarisu's shooting to let him roll it too.
Yep, 4 hits, and then going to spend lock, I suppose, to re-roll the last one. Yep, why not? Well, Sarisu can't let him take 1 hit because she's almost dead as well. So Sarisu needs a perfect throw here.
Should be rolling 5, I believe. 3 plus range, 1 plus obstructed.
Yeah, it should be 1 more. Yep. But it's not going to matter.
That could be enough either way.
Yeah. Well, and the Cutlass Squadron somehow comes in. And again, that's, I suppose, the advantage of low PS. Like, you have the ability to just clean up the kills that other people cannot quite finish off.
Mm-hmm. So, coming into end phase, let's take a look at the score. We currently have Ellie at green player, number 1 with 1 point. Finn almost winning with 4 points total. TMT at 0. Major Vermeil with Luke at 2. Tobreth with also who was Turfiner earlier that's the Cutlass Squadron pilot with Kenneth as 1 point, and Sean currently with no points, having lost Turfiner with in his point from there.
That is correct, and I think we have someone about to respawn. Am I correct?
It should be Red. Yeah, actually Red and Sirisu. So,
sorry. Thank you to Mr. Sunol. He's boosted. He has stress because he boost linked into TL on Sarisu. So thank you.
I see. Okay, thank you.
So this is where he can respawn. He's rolled a focus, and it looks like he wants number 2.
Mm-hmm. Just do a conga line of bombers.
Yes. So, everyone's slowly spawning one behind the other, just taking those first bloods. Now, I believe
dead first low. Oh no, that's not a bomber. That's a TIE advance.
Yep. Now we haven't seen Ved Foslo a lot either. His ability, while you execute a maneuver, you may execute a maneuver of the same bearing and difficulty of a speed 1 higher or lower instead. So he can basically change his maneuver if he wants to.
Looks like Ved rolled a blank, or at least that's what he's eyeing up with the number 1's hyperspace marker.
Because Sarisu died as well. Sorry, Sarisu's rolled the focus.
Yep.
And yes, Zed has rolled a blank.
And snaps into place. So at least that one's working.
Now, if Finn had managed to secure the kill there, he would have earned 1 more point, and then he would have got 1 more bounty point on the ship. That would have given him the game, if I'm not mistaken.
That would have been at 5, I believe. So, oh no, that would have been 6 because he would have got the point for the kill and then also the other point. Yeah, that would have been game if he managed to kill. It just needed what was it? 1 more damage on Sarisu?
Yep, I think so.
Well, at least we get to commentate a little bit longer.
And there's still half an hour left on the clock as well, so plenty of time. And the thing about this game, it swings very fast. But I think the other players, we heard Shane talking earlier. What do we do? Is there going to be some sort of alliance? I think there has to be an alliance now. I think you have to try and take out Finn.
Yeah, I fully agree. Like, that Finn has to be dealt with. Well, it looks like we got a bomb drop. I don't know. It looks like it's a proxy mine using the 1 straight template.
I believe
Oh, that line up right in front of Sarasu.
Oh.
I would
But
just
we
use the
have
2 bank, and
we do have immunity this round, do we not? The first turn that you
that is
respawned.
correct. That is correct. I thought that was if the proxy mine was already there. I wasn't sure if that would count, but I guess that's why he deployed right in front of Sarasu and not instead of on him. So maybe that's be a rules clarification for later from Nabi. So
Yep. So the rules I've got here: bombs and mines will be allowed. However, when you respawn via a hyperspace token, you'll be immune to bombs and mines for
Okay,
the
fair
first turn exiting a hyperspace token.
So exiting that token, he's not going to trigger it. So
Yep.
it's going to blow up, but he's not going to do any damage from it.
Yep, that's correct. So a little bit of a waste there.
All right.
And I believe
he's canceling that. He's realized his mistake.
Yeah. Talk about it. And I believe the Cutlass has to drop a bomb as well. Am I correct? The concussion
bomb is already on the field. I have fortunately made it a little too dark, and so it's hard to see on the Stark star map, but it is currently there.
Thank you very much. So there is a concussion bomb on the field too. Once you pop, you can't stop.
The party keeps rolling. Oh, here we go. We're going to a K turn. And with Pattern Analyzer, still gets his action.
But he is going to have that strain token stay with him.
Yeah, but he gets to shoot. Well, he shoots afterwards, but he's within winning distance, right? Because he needs one more point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that TIE Bomber has not yet got damaged yet. So if he gets the first shot on that TIE Bomber,
he needs one more kill, not one more point.
Oh, I see.
I think he's on 4 points at the moment. Yep. So okay, very good. Clear stress. He's just going to take lock, and he has advanced proton torpedoes there. So if anything can get through Finn's, master shielding, I think advanced proton torpedoes would be it. So this will be very interesting. Has he gone too close though? Is that range 1?
That is range 2 almost. Oh, that is so close.
Yeah, he might be too close.
If not, he still has the homing missile, which will still do either auto damage, which actually being Finn, you may just let him roll it.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
All right. Ved moving.
If there's one ship that can put some damage, some hurt into Finn, it would be the Cutlass. I'm a little surprised that he hasn't. He turned around there though. I guess he didn't want to face. I guess he wanted to face Tomek Spren, but having the strain as well. Well, that will be cleared by the earlier ship shooting at him. But having that strain,
also using his ability to take that 3 hard into a 2 hard.
That's Ved Foslo, is it?
Yes, that is correct, and that is indeed what he's doing. Oh, see, it's already programmed on the dial.
Yeah.
So you just click the 2 hard. Thank you, Eric.
the makers of not the makers, but the community taking care of X-Wing 2.0 in the workshop do an amazing job all of the time, and it's just really wonderful to see the amount of care that they put into it. And
so many see how many people are just like jumping on to like add like little things here and there, like to add support. Like somebody just added a amazing like little points tracker scorecard where you simply tap it, drop in your Yasby link on either side of it, and you can track your score in game.
Amazing. So Major Vermeil has done a 3 bank maneuver. Was he stressed last turn? Is that why he didn't have?
That's correct. That's why he did not do the ailerons.
Okay. So the problem with this particular build of Tomek's is it wants to be in front of everyone because it's excellent at dropping bombs, but has very little in the way of attack dice out the front. And I think last turn he really ought to have taken a target lock on Finn if he wanted to go after Finn. Maybe should have.
I'd rather use the focus. Actually, I mean.
Previous turn.
Oh, previous turn, yes.
Oh, wait, sorry, he's not I'm getting confused with the TIE Advanced.
Yeah.
But yes, I see where you're coming from as well. So Sarisu wants revenge on someone.
Yeah, somebody's aggressively pinging here.
Please shoot him, I think. Please shoot him. I've got 2 focus tokens. You'll never kill me.
That does have a very fair point.
Okay,
range 2, so that's not going to that is probably not going to do anything to Finn.
In fact, he might go for the cutlass at range 3 because no defense, right? And you've got
How
a
much health is on
chance
the cutlass left?
what actually 5. Oh man.
Well, rolling his 2 dice.
Yep.
Yeah, gets 2 hits.
And he's on the cutlass by the look of it because only 1 defense dice here.
Why would
And,
only 1 defense dice? It should be range 3, right? So 2.
It should be 2, right?
Cutlass Garden Pirates, range 3, yeah. Thank you. All right. Oh, he was.
He was strained. He was strained.
Oh, but it's stealth device. He should still roll 2.
Yeah, still roll 2. It's a bit confusing.
I think he keeps 3. He has a stealth device. Oh, he's rolling it again. And there we go. So just simply 2 evades, takes his focus back, and clears the stress or the strain.
Yep, that was. I think the other players on the board will be a bit angry at that because that was the best chance to.
That was your chance. Your window closed.
Now I think he did have to spend one of the focuses because one of the evades was the eye.
That is correct. Rolled 1 die, got an evade. Rolled another die, got an evade. So yeah, so he had an eye, an evade, and he added an eye and spent the focus for 2 for a total of 3 evades.
And a lot of hate coming in on Finn right now, but this is going to be range 3. So I think there has been an alliance. Clearly, people have said, no, we need to kill this guy. He's also the highest value target on the board at the moment with 2 kills to his name. So whoever kills Finn will get 1 point plus...
And glory.
Yeah, a lot of...
no, it looks like he's shooting into Tomix. He's going to deny Finn that point for killing, for pointing, for bleeding Tomix.
Well, he's going to try.
Maybe. I'll try. I still have to be rolled.
Yep. So on defense,
and
he
safe.
Gets the. So the attack roll was blank blank focus, which was converted to blank blank hit, and on defense it was it was 1 evade and 1 blank.
Vermeil has no shot on Finn. Going to shoot Sarisu.
Range. Ooh, not
no
sure
tokens.
about that.
No tokens. That converts automatically to at least 1 hit. Oh, anything but 3 blanks, and he's decent to do at least 2 damage. That obstructed too.
I'm just thinking because you've got 4 defense dice and rerolls versus 3 and focus. It's a bit. It's a bit close, but I guess okay. I mean, it's worth it. The no tokens will make it more interesting.
And it looks like the call is Sarisu. And converts 1 blank into a hit, and then spends the focus token for a total of 3.
Vermeil is a remarkably consistent. Yes.
And that's what I was talking about, right? Because you can only reroll bullet 1, going to guarantee at least 1 damage going through, and that's blood for Vermeil.
2 damage goes through.
2 damage go through.
So Vermeil will get another point there. And Vermeil is Luke is quietly just racking up points. There's not so much on the ship, but he's got, I think, 3 points now. Is it?
I think, yeah. He's only down his shield, so he still has 6 hull left.
Yeah,
and he has 3. Range 2 onto Tomix, hoping to get another point for Finn.
WTF Ben makes the observation that Finn seems to have a problem. So that was a 1 hit and 1 blank from Finn.
Do you take the strain here? You're going to clear the stress anyway, most likely the blue maneuver. So I think you add the focus result, actually.
Well, I'm a bit worried about the shot from behind, though.
Oh, that's right. There's still a shot from Cutlass.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. You just let it ride.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I think not quite worthwhile. Because you're already rolling into 3 evade dice with focus. 2 evade dice.
Safe anyway. Yeah.
So yeah, good call. And now again, we get to see range 2. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. He does have the option of getting some major payback, though, by rolling into major Vermeil. I don't even know what is Vermeil? Vermeil?
Vermeil.
Okay. What's he going to do? Do you prockets him? He's got...
Vermeil is aggressively pinging Finn, but nope, the call looks to be onto Vermeil with a advanced proton torpedo.
So this is one of those things where you make an alliance, and then you look at that alliance, and you're like, but I can roll 5 dice.
Exactly. I can do something.
Advanced proton torpedo, range 1 into Major Vermeil.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's 2 crits, and he's got the reroll with the target lock. So he will spend the target lock. He's rerolling 3. He's got 3 crits, a focus, and a blank. So on 1 defense dice, he gets a focus, and he's going to put some hits through. Yeah. So I don't think it'll be enough. There's 6 hull on these things here, so definitely not enough. That is the first one is a crit, and the second one is a fuel leak.
Oh. The other way around, that would have been so much more damage.
Yep. So 3 damage off a advanced proton torpedo. Oh, I don't know. I would have rather gone at Finn, to be honest, but I do also understand the joy of rolling that advanced proton torpedo.
I just think like the better choice would have been homing missiles on Finn, right? They shoot range 2. And you either force him to take a damage, which will lose him a stealth device, get you a blood point, or force him to roll, which is still also likely to do damage.
Yeah. Because he'd be rolling 3. You're rolling 4. But does he have the lock? Where was the lock? That was the question.
He had passive sensor, so he could have chosen to put it on anybody.
That said, though, I mean, the pure betrayal, I'm sure that Luke is feeling right now.
Indeed. And I do believe that Luke is just like very seething with the moment. So
the truce may be off, but they still have this problem. Finn is still a problem, so they have to do
you play any alliance game, my friend, and this is just a matter of course of what happens. And we have a cluster mine. Looks like that should be changed to a proxy here in a second. Yep. And Vermeil is no longer, or Ceresu is no longer immune from his coming out of hyperspace, and that proxy mine is looking rather tasty.
So if it lands on them, it just activates straight away.
Indeed, it does.
So they'll get this to work, I'm sure. There's also one more. We didn't check the concussion bomb last turn, but I think it's pretty clear.
Still sitting there. I'm pretty sure it's cleared out. He's time for drop another one though.
Yeah, and that will hit nothing, and then that's all done as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the Cutlass is a small problem that it's running out of tokens. It's running out of munitions.
Well, so funny enough, if he just dies, then he can respawn all those tokens. So it's not like he's going to lose that much in points.
Exactly. It's probably easier than trying to reload everything one at a time.
Mm-hmm. So Finn here, do you just do a slow maneuver, hope to not bump, and maybe a 2 straight, and then just pop Ceresu, or 1 straight because you move first? So.
Yeah, I mean, there we go. So that is the proximity mine.
Damage. Well, if Ceresu's dead, that's not going to do him any good. And Ceresu is very dead.
Yep. So Ceresu off the board again. Doesn't even get to fly this turn. And that raises again the interesting question: what are you going to do with Finn? Because Finn's now stressed and pointing the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Your one possible target, Tom X Bren, is going to move out, and you now have to play defensive. So this is where Finn is maybe going to start to suffer. He was very good in the early game when he was doing 1-on-1, 1-on-2, but now the whole world is chasing him. He's going to have to try and disengage somehow.
1 bank left, token up and pray.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to see whether there's a better option, but nothing's coming to mind. There's not a lot of space.
That dial is very limited. His one in speeds are blue, 1 banks 1 straight, and then 2 straight is blue. almost everything else is red except for 2 hard and 2 bank.
Yeah. And it's definitely can't move very quickly. So he's just done a 1 straight clear stress. Yeah. I mean, it's as good a move as any. If he survives, he's going to be able to disengage around the rock.
He could do a 3K next turn and token up again, and that's the advantage of having the pattern analyzer fin. He's able to turn around, whereas the advanced optics fin is a bit more consistent with damage output, but has that lack of a turnaround unless you have like something like Leia in the list.
Okay, so is he just going to pop advanced the what's it called here?
Passive sensors, probably.
Looks like.
Oh, got the concussion charge before he moved.
Yeah, so it's not going to hit him.
Oh no, he got it. He just flipped the charge. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Ved Foslo is desperately seeking to be relevant.
What's the dial supposed to be? 3 talent. Okay, you could change that to a 2 talent if he wishes to, because why not? But choose to stick with the 3, probably go laterally. No, don't go forward.
Yep. I guess.
Yep.
Bit confused about making it this turn, but I guess it does move him closer to the fight, all things considered. But he's, I think he's deployed in the wrong place. The game may be over before he gets to come back in.
Right. He definitely would have wanted either number 4 or, if it wasn't blocked horribly with 2 large ships, with number 3.
Yeah. So Vermeil has done a aileron maneuver, and then he's done a sloop by the look of it. Yep. So he's now at least pointing back into the fight. Tomex Bren is trying to disengage.
Yeah. Keep those points from Finn probably is the best option for the. I wouldn't call this a team at the moment. A very loose alliance of cutthroats.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is, of course, the Cutthroat has now spent its advanced proton torpedoes. And may not have enough firepower to blast through Finn's plot armor there. So
that's the reload option. Do you disarm yourself when you have so much else on the board that's willing to shoot you? Especially with Vermeil looking to eye him up with that revenge shot.
I think token. He's doing it. He's doing it. I'm never going to hit Finn. Like that's 4 defense dice,
fair play,
5 defense dice. So I'm just
converts that focus result into a hit with his ability.
There's no green dice, and
2 for range 3.
Hit crit.
But that Cutlass is still alive.
Yeah,
with 2 hull left, even if it was a direct hit.
Yep.
That's just so much bulk on the table.
Yep. He's getting into the slightly more dangerous territory though now. Damage sensor rail. That's going to be
good. That's a problem.
Well, it will be unless he gets homing missiles off this turn.
It's take the lock action though.
Oh man!
So he can't even take the calculate if he wanted to.
Yeah, no, that's going to be painful. Oh, that is terrible. Very unfortunate. Poor timing.
I mean, range 1 to Finn, just take the focus and shoot him. Well, no, you can't even take the focus because you can't even take the calculate.
Yeah.
So no mods. Yeah, you're not doing any damage. Going into Tomax.
May as well. Like if you're not going to be doing any damage this year, you've got a slightly better chance there. It's 2 dice versus 3 dice, both with the focus.
Not to mention Finn's able to add his stuff too. So
exactly.
Even if you worst case scenario is you get like what 2 blanks in a focus, and then he just adds a focus that cancels out 2 of your results, and you hope that you rolled a 3rd result there just naturally, which he did not.
And the focus would have been really handy. So nothing for the Cutlass.
So the Cutlass is in a tight spot. He's either going to have to flip his crit or just take the focus action, which kind of denies him his toys. So
yeah, I mean you probably want to reload soon anyway. So I mean,
can't reload. He has a damage sensor rate. He can only take the focus action unless he flips that crit as his action.
Yeah. But by reload, I mean die.
That is a good point too. So just respawn.
Yeah, it's not the worst. Okay, Sarisu is coming back. Sarisu's rolled a blank and is likely to spawn on number 3. So Sarisu will be there.
Nice. a good chance to get Vermeil.
Yeah, Vermeil is quite predictable this turn, but May, if he decides to go above that rock, then Sarisu won't have much
He
she
can't
can
go
do.
fast.
Maybe
If his fastest speed is a 3 straight, and that's not going to clear the rock, so he's just going to do a 1 bank. That's almost a guaranteed.
Yeah. So he'll 1 bank towards Sarisu. Sarisu, I guess 5k turn, get behind.
Very likely.
Yeah.
Or even a 3k. Probably a 3k, actually, so you're not out of range of auto blasters.
That's true as well.
And definitely doing a 3k as well.
Yep. But Finn's in a very nice position now because Finn can come around.
Getting the kill on the Cutlass, though, that would be
it's highly likely at the moment. And again, if you're the Cutlass, you almost want to think,
we got some proxy.
Oh,
it's pizza time. And it's time for dinner.
Oh, brilliant. Now, after you suffer 1 damage,
you
lose.
You take a damage. Yeah, you lose the stealth device.
So as long as he rolls hits here, he's going to lose the stealth device. Oh no! Now, how does that feel? You've tried so hard. You've protected that stealth device for so long.
Thomas was like, "Look, we know nobody's doing damage with their guns. I'm just going to drop a bomb on you. Take this." It takes a damage, loses stealth device.
Yep. No, he hasn't rolled
2
yet.
dice. 2 hits.
2 damage. Yes.
He's down to 1.
Yep. Why have we got another damage there?
Because the proxy mine, after you take the damage, you roll 2 attack dice, and then for each hit or crit result, you take that amount of damage. Yep. Rolling 2 hits, he is now down to 1 hull.
And has lost stealth device, so that is very painful.
That is a very sad Finn.
Yep.
His only hope now is to hold on long enough to kill the Cutlass Squadron and win the game.
Yeah, I mean, how does it work with simulfire though?
Is there a simulfire?
Oh, he's made it easy for the Cutlass. The Cutlass is moved onto a. Is it onto it?
No, it's not on the rock. Did not flash. As within.
That is.
There is space dust between there, but there is space.
That is. I am flabbergasted that has made it. Incredible flying. And it looks like he's flipped the crit, so why not? Why not?
Why not? Better than rocking yourself, I suppose.
Yeah, that is quite amusing. And that could cause all sorts of problems for Vermeil, because Vermeil is now going to bang, and it might be that Sarisu gets revenge on behalf of the Cutlass here. Let's see what happens. Okay. So, in a desperate attempt to be relevant, Ved Foslo converts his blue 2 bank into a green 3 bank.
3 bank. Yeah, that is impressive. Yeah, I like that.
Coming back
again, nobody plays him because Vader's just so much better. But and if you don't take Vader, you're taking Steel. So
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of very fun ships out there that just don't get a lot of playtime. He's decided to take Locke as well on Tomac's brand there. So,
with that advanced targeting computer, that does seem to be the right call.
He's
also doesn't hit the rock.
Yeah, he's done a 1 straight instead of a 1 bank. Interesting. I think he's relying on aileron maneuvers, but he can't do. Oh, okay, interesting.
Aileron's a maneuver. He would land on the rock. I don't know, but he could just move off the rock with a sloop or something. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. All right.
So he's trying to figure out if Sarisu's going to have auto blasters, I think.
Yeah, I just take the focus token and try to kill the Cutlass before Finn does.
Yep.
Oh, taking the evade action.
Interesting.
Can they do that? Yeah, they can.
Yep.
I've never seen a Reaper evade.
Hmm. Okay. And Tomac's Bren just does a 1 straight. Sarisu now doing a 3k turn, takes stress.
I will say though, with Vermeil being at 3 points, if he manages to kill the Cutlass, that's about another 2 points. That puts him at 5.
Yeah.
I guess the race is, can Vermeil kill the Cutlass? Can the Finn finish the job if he can? If not, can he kill Vermeil? Who's also
I don't
on
like
3 hull.
Yeah, I don't like Vermeil's positioning though. So Vermeil might need to move away next turn. So I would rather be where Finn is right now.
Sorry, spins of focus, gets 2 from the onto from a Tomek to onto Ved. The dice have seemed to be frozen for me.
Yeah.
Oh, is everybody picking out?
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
We might be able to lose it.
Oh
no!
There we go. We got it. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. How are you? But that is also first blood on on Ved. And they got another point for Ilum, who's currently up to what now? 3?
Oh. Yeah, I think that'll be that's Tomek's, right? So yes, that will be 3 points now for him.
Yep.
Sarisu. Well,
somebody kill the Cutlass.
Yeah, but you've got 2 attack dice. All you might do is make it easier for. But okay, I think the Cutlass is pretty dead now. It's going to be eating range 1 in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah. No.
1 hit.
Nothing.
Takes it.
Oh no, he wasn't shooting the Cutlass.
He was shooting Vermeil. Oh, I didn't get the crit either.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay. Very good. So Vermeil into these 2 have been okay. So no, Vid Foslo has a shot. I really want to see the Cutlass and Vermeil go at it one last time though.
It's just been the drama of this entire match, hasn't it? It's just been the Cutlass versus Vermeil trying to kill one or the other.
This game started with Vermeil doing damage to the Cutlass in the top right-hand corner, and they've gone back and forth at each other. There was a short brotherhood.
I don't think there's any love lost in that brotherhood. It's more like 2 sumos engaging in the ring, just as they kind of move around the outer edge.
That is quite the imagery. So FCS and gets a crit. So I think rolled 1 extra dice. Okay, and then it's going to re-roll with FCS.
Yeah. He converted 1 with the advanced targeting computer, and then FCS the other blank. So 2, and also roll first blood.
Evade, yep, and so they share first blood.
It's been a brutally entertaining game. Let me know in the chat if you've been entertained as well.
I know I've been watching too much American television when I see Finn has Pennsylvania, and I'm like, wait, who has Pennsylvania? But no, I think PA is pattern analyzer. So there's some question about why.
Yes, Matt, that is pattern analyzer of Finn.
Yes, there's some question as to why Finn was able to take focus after K turning.
All right, Vermeil, let's see if we can finish off this Cutlass.
2
converts 1. That's going to do it.
Yeah, yep. And it's crit because it's in bullseye. So the Cutlass says goodbye. And again, not the worst possible outcome because you get to reload, but it's very late in the game now, and in fact, only 3 minutes left. And we've got 2 players now on 5 points. Luke and Luke is now taking the lead.
No, Luke doesn't have 5 points. Finn's on 4. Oh, Vermeil's on 5. Yeah.
Yep.
Vermeil could just stay alive for the next 3 minutes. He wins, right?
Yeah, I think so. Of course, though, Finn now gets a chance to put some damage, and Finn's position's a bit better than Vermeil's. That 1 straight.
I know. I just checked the overlay. Nabi, is everything correct?
Oh, he only gets 1 point, is it, for the kill?
Yeah.
Okay. It's 1 point plus.
Green has 4. So okay. Ilum and Corey are tied at 4. Vermeil also is tied at 4. My goodness, we have 3 players tied at 4 points at the end of the game.
Don't you need to add on the points from the bounty on the ship though? So at the moment, Luke will have 4 plus 2 bounties. So I think if he survives this turn, that might be it.
We're adding a focus result from Finn. Whoever he was shooting, I don't remember.
At Vermeil as well.
Okay.
And Vermeil blanks out.
It and dies, giving
died.
Finn the win with his bounty points.
That is very impressive. So Finn,
excellent game.
Yep. And
Direct hit on the way out. Or weapons failure.
Yeah. I think he drew one too many cards there, but
yeah.
Yep. Well, that Finn has just been remarkably brutal every single time.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's forgotten to take a strain, but I think
I don't think it matters at this point unless he dies.
Well, he's on one point. He's on 1 hit point.
Right.
But
who can shoot him though? Vermeil's already shot.
Ved Foslo, maybe Sarisu.
Ved is well out of range, as is Sarisu. Unless we're going into another round.
I think we've still got a minute on the clock, so it looks like we're setting dials.
I thought once we got to 6 points, the game was over at the end of the round. Bobby?
No, they're still going. I guess maybe it's 6 points for a player, and then the bounties only count at the end. But we've got. Sorry, that was my dog in the background. We've got Finn on 7, so I think they're calling it GG.
All right.
Yep, that one. Yeah, so well done to Corey. That was a surprisingly effective build, Finn. Very consistent with both attack and defense, and the Perceptive Copilot as well made it quite worth the time. And then again, a wide variety of other ships on offer. You saw a lot of beefy lists, the Vermeil and the Cutlass Squadron. And
I think we saw the full gambit. I mean, we saw the nimble evading ship with Ved Furslo, or not Ved Furslo,
and Sarisu, and Ved to a lesser extent, yep. And then you also saw the heavies as well. So very entertaining. A lot of different types of lists going around.
Looks like we're being joined by the players now.
Just quickly, I brought the top 3 players in, so we didn't have everybody in on mic. But congratulations to Corey.
Well done, Corey.
Yep, congratulations.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very disgusting, Finn.
What was that like in the chat? How are things going there?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
everyone was ganging up on Finn. They were saying they wanted to kill Finn,
except for that point where the Cutlass had the shot for the homing missiles, but then chose the 5 dice violence against Turfanier.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
And look how that turned out. If he chose to shoot Finn, I probably would have won the game.
It's true.
Yeah, that proxy mine would have killed him if he'd done that 1 damage with the least with the homing missile.
Yeah.
I was calling he was going to roll a hit crit on the proxy mine and just died to proxy mine outright. Roll a direct hit and just die. That's my call.
My plan was now to drop a concussion bomb with the two straight. So it's so Finn can't go out of it and kill Finn. But he won the game 1 round before, so I can't do anything.
Self-device Finn is so hard to hit.
You're not right. A couple of times I forgot I had stealth device on.
I know.
There as well, so.
And we're like thinking like, okay, is he shooting? Because he's only rolling 1 or 2 dice. It's like he has stealth device, right? It's like
He forgot twice.
Yeah. So no, it's a Nobby Matt from your Fearless Gun Ducks. I saw him play it one night and thought, geez, that's just indestructible. Like that'd be awesome. Races high.
Yeah, no, I know Matt. Yeah, he bought that as part of a troll list, and I was just like, stealth device from Finn. Oh no, that's right, the trilogy tournament. The trilogy tournament. He was like, I was like, oh, that's disgusting. Oh. Well, look, guys. Look, as I said, there was. I told the players before that the winner gets to choose the next GIF redeem. So I'm going to talk to Corey about that, and we should have that ready to go for next week. Congratulations, Crazy Vulcan.
Yes.
Thanks for joining. Thank you so much for actually doing the map.
Oh,
because
you're very
with
welcome.
that on the layout, it just made it so much easier.
if I could do a shout out real quick, I just want to shout out the rest of the team, Johnny and Eric. You guys are amazing. Thank you. I pleasure to working with you too. Johnny's an amazing project manager for this mod, and Eric just handles everything behind the scenes, and then I just make it look pretty. So I mean,
Yeah, everybody, all of you guys, I can't say thank you enough. Like, we would not be doing this if you guys had not put the time and effort into making the game what it was. Because I tell you what, 12 months ago I was like iffy, but now it's basically the only way I play online, and it has literally gone through so many major great improvements. There's nothing I can complain about, and people know they like to complain, mainly the dice. we won't get into that, but the game itself, the mod is great, and I just want to say a big thank you.
Complain about dice since the dawn of 1.0. It's nothing we can do.
You can weight the dice. Just send me a patch for weighted
We
dice.
have Gravity Simulator turned out just perfect enough. They have a good feel to them.
To all the players who came in, thank you very much. And Mark too. Mark and Crazy Vulcan both, thank you for commentating. It was a team effort. I had to coordinate with the players, and you guys. I hope you had fun.
We did.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, guys. That was awesome. Really enjoyed it.
No worries. We're going to do this again. I think we just have to do this again. So if you do want to be part of it, join the Discord, !Discord, and say you want to be part of it. We will organise one maybe in a couple of weeks. I'll have a talk to Shane. And in the meantime, look forward to this weekend. It's going to be a big weekend.
Coruscant and all the other stuff going on.
That's right, with Coruscant going on. So it's I might be doing one stream game over the weekend, but I'm probably devoting all my energy to not blanking out over the weekend.
All right. Good luck to everybody.
Yep. I'm going to wind things up there, guys. Thank you very much for everybody for being part of it.
Thank you for having me. I'll
Cheers.
be going now.